family. Welcome back to the Academy. Welcome back to class. For those of you who are just joining us, we are live on this 9/11. So happy to see all of you loves. This is a spur of the moment thing. So this is something that I asked Sonata Yeshua to do for all of you loves today. So we're going to wait for all of you to come to class before we begin. And yes, loves, what you're seeing is Yeshua on your screen. Because it's not about me or any of the rest of our family, but about your teacher for tonight, Sonata Yeshua the Christ. And yes, we are live, so this is unedited, unfiltered, yada yada yada. So please let us know if you guys can hear us, okay, without any interruptions. And we're waiting for all of you to come on and join us, as this is a big live that Yeshua wants to do, because many of you, beautiful brothers and sisters and students of the Ananda family and of the collective, are in fear about events, about news, about your higher up systems, which we will not name because it will give them power. So therefore, we're going to have to speak in a code language for all of you loves tonight. So you may want to take some notes and feel free and take what resonates and leave the rest. Can everyone hear us okay? Because this is a really big live stream that Sonata Yeshua wants to do. And the way this was prompted, loves, was a lot of you have asked Sonata Yeshua and myself, Medium Michaela Martin, and everyone else in the family if I, Medium Michaela, watch news. And the answer is no. The reason I, Medium Michaela Martin, do not watch news is because it's too depressing and too disturbing and too distracting from Father, Mother, Adonai, Creator within. Do I send love and healing to everyone that has had tragedy or loss of any kind or the injustice? Yes. But do I pay attention to it and give the fear power? No. If that makes sense, loves. I do not do that. Because that is not who I am. That is not my job in this incarnation. My job, instead of focusing on news and your breaking news cycles, is to uplift, inspire, teach, love, and guide humanity. We are not putting anyone down who watches news from their spouses or their friends or whoever. As Yeshua has talked about breaking news many times in other teachings. A few days ago, we were asked, Michaela, do you watch news? And I said to this person, no, I do not watch news. Because my news is Father, Mother, Adonai, Creator within me. And if they want me to know something to teach you guys or to be aware of, they'll tell me and show me. If that makes sense, loves. So we're going to wait for all of you to come on and join us. Hopefully all of you can hear us okay. If not, please let us know in the chat or the comment section. We're going to give you loves a few minutes and then we'll get started. So now, loves, hopefully you've got your notebooks and your pen and paper to take notes on. Because this, loves, hopefully you've got your notebooks and your pen and this, loves, is going to be a little deep dive for you guys. Explaining why I, meaning Michaela Martin, do not watch news and other breaking news platforms, and tips from Yeshua to help you to go within, instead of focusing on the world of duality. If that makes sense. Being that today is 9/11, it is the 24th year anniversary of the Dark Ones doing the negative thing to the Twin Towers. And we send our love and prayers and healing toward the souls that were, put it this way, executed in that way. But again, we try not to focus on the negative. We focus on the positive. Does that mean the negative is not happening? No. This means that we try to uplift Mother Tara instead of bringing it down. If that makes sense, loves. And if you, loves, heard a little echo after, it's because we are live on both platforms. So you may have heard a little echo in the background. So without further ado, are you guys ready for what we have to say about this? And we welcome all of you new students of the Ananda family. And yes, we are live. This is unedited, uncensored, unfiltered. And again, we're going to have to talk in code language so that Yeshua's YouTube channel here doesn't get taken down. And only take what resonates, loves, and leave the rest. Okay? So to begin, we're going to ask for you, Father, Mother, Adonai's protection of love, light, and oneness, truth, and strength and healing within and around the mind, body, and spirit of our Ananda family, any non-technologies, equipment, and devices that may or may not be used, and beautiful brothers and sisters of the collective. As we do not consent to any infiltration, tapping into negative ETs, low vibration frequencies, negative AI, or any other third density consciousness, as we willingly surrender all of it over to you, Mother, Father, Adonai, to be transcended and transmuted, cleansed, and cleared in the violet flame of transmutation and purification. And so it is done. In the name of Yeshua the Christ. Being that this is 9/11, we will say everything happens for a reason. And as more truth comes out, Yeshua will be exposing some truth when it is time. With this being said, loves, yesterday in time and space, I asked Shanana Yeshua something that we wanted to share with you first. And I asked about the Dark Ones and why this was happening all the negative, harmful things on Mother Tara that's happening to brothers and sisters of the collective and other positions. And he told me, meeting Michaela Martin, that it was due to kind of a tug of war. And I said, what does that mean? And he said, it's a war between light and dark. It is a way of getting the collective to be in fear. It is a way of them to rely on external sources rather than go within, go within, go within. So this being said, loves, I will now have Sananda Yeshua explain this and more to you, himself directly. And yes, this is live, people. So Sananda Yeshua, I let go of my ego, filter, and bias, and any negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, and perceptions, and opinions, and beliefs in third density duality programming, to become a clear open vessel for you, only with the purity of light and love given to students of the Ananda family and the collective at this time. And so it is done. And remember, loves, take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you're looking for Yeshua's website, it is in the description of the teaching. And this teaching is called Do Not Fear. Remember, we love you all. So now that I will turn everything over to you now. And indeed, once again, greetings unto you, precious beloved, holy children of light divine. Take it deeply within the consciousness, beloveds, for indeed that is what you are. You are love, you are light, and indeed you are divine, dear one, are you not? For indeed, I am your beloved brother, friend, and equal, the one you've known simply throughout time and space as Sananda, Yeshua the Christ. I come not forth to teach you, but rather simply to love you, to serve as an infinite reminder of one truth within you, that is indeed I am. For indeed, God is but love. It is in this way that we speak of compassion, tenderness, and mercy for all, dear one, as justice will continue to prevail. We speak yet again where one perceives oneself to be, in the one heart of Christ, that is indeed shared by all beloveds. Through this, my beloved conduit, the one conduit of one Sananda, Yeshua the Christ, we have been asked by many upon your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, Sananda, Yeshua, Ananda family, Michaela, why is this happening? Why is everything being tested or therefore challenged? Everything is being done, dear one, for a reason. As our beloved has said, there is no such thing as coincidences, dear one. All things happen for the unveiling of truth in your golden age of enlightenment. There are beings of light that have indeed been tested in your positions of power, in your systems, and in your spiritual community that are truthers, dear one. And upon your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, beloved brothers and sisters of light divine, that are awakening to the truth of Abun consciousness that is indeed within you, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Nothing goes without being exposed, dear one, shall we say. All things shall yet be exposed once and for all, as the tables have turned yet again. As one synodic Yeshua turned the tables some 2,000 years ago in your time and space of duality. One is therefore doing it again, with the help of your galactic federations, your white hats, your beings of love and light that are guiding and assisting your Holy Mother, beloved Earth. Does that make sense for you, dear one? All things are not done in vain, dear one. On this day, in your 9/11, it was purposefully orchestrated by your, should we say, deep state to silence truth as a, should we say, way of splitting, as your beloved brother Ishmael said, of splitting your duality. Does that make sense for you? Splitting truth from the lies, truth from perception. But what is truth, dear one? Divine love, divine harmony. This, dear one, is coming to fruition yet again in your time and space of duality. Your beings of light, alongside your Comforter Creator of Born Consciousness, will make sure of this, dear one. No stone will go left unturned. All shall prevail, as more shit will indeed hit the fan. Do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. This is indeed why our beloved Michaela does not watch your breaking news, dear one. On your social media platforms known as your televisions and your other platforms, due to the absurdity of it, dear one. For your breaking news is only telling you half of the story, dear one. They are simply covering up the truth behind the, should we say, purpose for their ridiculousness, dear one. Your breaking news is simply a distraction to have one be in fear and continuously be in the cycle of depression, distraction, unsureness, and, shall we say, sorrow, dear one. Does that make sense for you, beloved? That is indeed all your breaking news is. It serves as a mental blockage, shall we say, from the truth of your Arbun consciousness. That is but indeed divine love. Does that make sense for you? This is why one Sananda Yeshua informs all of you, dear one, to go within, go within, go within. Seek not external validation from your social media platforms, for your social media platforms will not give you comfort, but discomfort, dear one. Discomfort from your truth that is a born consciousness. Distraction, distortion, your fear-based programming. You will feed off of your negative energy, dear one. The dark ones want one to feel this way, dear one. Does that make sense for you? The dark ones will try and stop at nothing to bring one down, rather than arise to the Christ power. The dark ones indeed know their time is limited, dear one. The dark ones indeed know that there are mistakes that they have made in your many millennia, dear one, are now being, shall we say, put under the microscope by your comforter creator of one consciousness and the beings of light that surround you now, dear one. Does that make sense for you? As all shall yet prevail. In truth, beloved, one need not focus on your outer world of fear, third density duality and perception, and what is going on in the illusion, but rather go within, go within, go within, and seek to ask questions. Question everything that one is seeing with your two physical eyes. Question what you are feeling within with your I am presence, that is of wound consciousness. Question your truth up against the false light beings, dear one. One can simply do this by asking something you already know the answer to, dear one. Does that make sense for you? In your times of meditation and prayer, one can simply say a simple question of, is my name, we will say, one Yeshua, to use oneself as an example. And if you are tapping into a dark entity, they will say, yes, your name is Yeshua. But indeed, your name is not one Yeshua. There is only one Yeshua, dear ones. Does that make sense for you? You trust yourself. Trust in your I am presence, your divine guidance within you. If something feels off or questionable within the heart, it doesn't ring true for you, then question it. Do your research or one's homework. Feel into the energy vibration. Seek not to be discouraged about what is going on upon your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, but seek rather to empower yourself and go within, go within, go within. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? You are indeed not alone, beloved friends. Do not fear, do not fear, do not fear, but rather simply unplug from your third density duality before there was your technology. The way that one Sananda Yeshua connected with Abun consciousness was through the power of prayer, meditation, going within, connecting to your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, and her inhabitants, and Prime Source itself, dear one. Allowing oneself to surrender to love and let love guide you, dear one. Does that make sense for you, beloved? You have a saying in your world of duality that goes, if one Yeshua can do it, you can do it too, beloveds. Prayer is within you. Prayer is the key that opens the door to answering all questions of your duality. Does that make sense for you, beloved? What one is seeing with your two physical eyes is not your, should we say, ultimate reality, but the filter that which one is seeing forth from, that which one is perceiving fear, darkness, pain, deception, distortion, disillusion, distraction, chaos. When one changes one's inner world, you change your outer world with it, dear one. You change your perception of it, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Yes, beloved. Many beloved brothers and sisters of light, in your times past, have been physically silenced, but not in vain, dear one, to use the word of your duality, but only to magnetize and strengthen one's voice, as the truth shall yet arise and set you free, dear one. And what is truth? The unraveling of all distortion, all darkness, all false perception, all lies, all third density programming, all things of fear shall yet arise to be fully wiped away from your holy mother beloved earth once and for all, dear one. Upon your 9-9 portal, there was your eclipse. There was your blood moon, as they would put it, dear one. This was indeed a moon of transformation and the unveiling of truth. The moon of power, returning back to your Abun consciousness. Indeed, one Sanada Yeshua spoke about this in a previous teaching, dear one. Does that make sense for you? As more shit will indeed hit the fan, due to the intense energies upon your holy mother beloved earth, we advise you, dear one, to seek out your team of your spirit guides, ascended masters, and loved ones for healing, for peace, and for truth. And go within, go within, go within to the I am Abun presence within you, dear one. And do not fear, for when one does fear, you intensify it, dear one. When one is angry or upset or hurting, that is not who you are. That is your programming. That is your illusion speaking. You are indeed love, as indeed I am. Does that make sense for you, beloved? This is your time to rise. Divine children of light, in your Christ power, that is, I am consciousness. As indeed I am Abun consciousness, Prime Source Creator is back at the helm yet again, beloved. Does that make sense for you? This is the biggest event that is coming upon your holy mother beloved earth. We will say this is a pre-stage event. This is not the big event known as your entire purification, but this is your pre-stage event where it is happening slowly and gradually, dear one. It is gearing you up, to use a word of your duality, for what is indeed unfolding. For when the purification or love wave happens, many of you will be utterly surprised in your time of duality, as all things shall yet be restored to you, dear one. Things that were lost, purposely erased, forgotten, wiped away out of one's memory, and the restoration of your holy mother beloved earth and one's inhabitants that are choosing to stay upon your planet, beloved. Those that will be leaving the holy mother beloved earth will be going elsewhere, dear one, as their soul chooses to move onward. But do not fear, do not fear, do not fear. We, the great brotherhood and sisterhood of light, simply remind you, ye are God. You can do all things with the power of I am presence within you, dear one. The events that have unfolded in your media is only meant to scare oneself into fear, darkness, pain, distortion, separation, and cause tension, and therefore chaotic mindset, dear one. Does that make sense for you? One Sananda Yeshua is not of fear, but of divine light and love, as indeed you are. Does that make sense, beloved? You are indeed enough, dear one. The false light matrix will continue to arise and trick oneself into perceiving from fear and darkness, pain and distortion with a sprinkle of that divine love. And please listen carefully, dear ones. The false matrix is not one Sananda Yeshua. One Sananda Yeshua does not speak of fear, but 100% love, dear one. Love, love, love. There is no fear. There is no pain. There is no distortion in one's heeding of one's words, dear one. There is only love, peace, and harmony, and oneness for all, dear one. Does that make sense for you? It is indeed that simple, beloved friends. Can you, beloveds, remember your I Am presence within you now, dear one, as the I Am presence is calling you back to the reality, the only reality, capital R, that matters. That is but divine light and love. That is indeed you. That is indeed I Am presence of one consciousness, dear one. Does that make sense for you? You are indeed not alone, beloved friends. Your greater events that will continue to pursue in your times of duality will intensify the fear, will intensify the illusion of separation, and should we say discord, and they will have one under the spell of domination. But assuredly, I say often unto you, dear one, and please listen carefully. When one begins to slip in the illusion of separation, darkness, pain, fear, and worry, third density duality, stop and breathe. Stop what you're feeling, stop what you're thinking, stop your perceptions. Surrender to love and let love guide you. Breathe into the oneness that what you are. That one can never be separate forth from, dear one. Does that make sense for you? For indeed you are not alone, beloved friends. One Sananda Yeshua, along with your Galactic Federation, your White Hats, your Ascended Masters, and your, should we say, beloved brothers and sisters of light, are here upon your Holy Mother beloved Earth to enable truth to arise, dear one. In order for all truth to be unfolded and unraveled, all darkness must fall, dear one. The truth shall yet arise, but the darkness must fall. Does that make sense for you? When one begins to be in fear, remind oneself to breathe. Breathe in your I Am presence, that is, of one consciousness. Breathe in healing. Breathe in light. Breathe in love. Breathe in oneness and wholeness, dear ones. Does that make sense for you? Breathe in love. Breathe out fear. Fear has no power over you, dear one, unless you give it credence to, dear one. The limited perception of your duality is what is causing fear and pain and distortion and darkness, allowing your deep state to feed off of that negative energy, dear one. And ones cannot let this happen, dear one. One must stand in truth, stand in light, stand in love. Does that make sense, beloveds? You, indeed, have control. Does this mean your dark ones are not on the planet now? No, dear one. This is indeed why there is a tug of war going on between your light versus dark. As it is an ongoing battle, dear one. As the intense energies arise, know that the darkness is failing, but love and light is indeed winning. So therefore, beloveds, why then is chaos happening upon your Holy Mother, beloved Earth? To shake things up, to wake people up to the only reality of light and love, to challenge them to, should we say, to use the word of your duality, get a hold of themselves in the I am presence that is a born consciousness, and arise, arise, arise. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? This indeed is not done to punish you, dear one, but to awaken your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, and one's inhabitants. As more shit will indeed hit the fan, we, the beloved brothers and sisters of light divine that surround you, encourage all to remain grounded and protected in your upborn consciousness presence daily, dear one, in your times of meditation and prayer, as many upon your planet are getting attacked right now, dear one, due to the intense energies and the intense light that is flooding in your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, yet again. Let us say this again, beloved. Due to the intense energies and the intense love and light that is flooding your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, yet again. Does this mean it's over, dear one? No. Are we getting there almost to the finish line? Yes. It is a slow, gradual process, as one Yeshua has said, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Tonight is a big night. To use the word of your duality, in your time and space, since we opened the 9-9 portal that ensued in your past few days. Does that make sense for you? You have an interesting saying in your world of duality. Once you start, you can't stop. Once the truth arises, you can't stop it, dear one. It is flooding your Holy Mother, beloved Earth right now, as more darkness is slowly backing down. Does that make sense for you? One Sanada Yeshua is working tirelessly with your beloved brothers and sisters behind the scenes to ensue the restoration upon your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, and one's inhabitants, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Therefore, your positions of power, known as your systems, and therefore programs of darkness, and, should we say, suffering, shall collapse. As indeed a born consciousness will not stand by this any longer. It is time for all things to fall, and the truth shall yet arise. Does that make sense for you, dear ones? Use your voice, dear one. The voice of God that speaks through you, of divine light and love. Not my will, but thine be done. Use your words, thoughts, and deeds wisely. Send your divine love and light down into your holy mother beloved earth and her inhabitants. Send it on to others and on to oneself. As justice so yet prevail, dear one. Does that make sense for you? This is indeed what one Sanat Yeshua is doing upon your holy mother beloved earth in your multiple dimensions, also known as your higher dimensions. We are working together to take down the ones of darkness and let the love and light illuminate all things of darkness, so that yet the truth shall yet be exposed and arise within. Does that make sense for you? We are here upon your higher dimensions, speaking truth through our many forms to try and, should we say, awaken humanity, dear one. But those that have not heeded the words of one Sanat Yeshua and the words of your I am presence, that is Abun consciousness, is not indeed ready for it, dear one. And this is perfectly okay too, dear ones. In your perfect divine time, all truth shall yet arise. Why then are we doing it? Your live teaching tonight on your 9/11 in your Gregorian calendar, dear one. 9 is the ending of a cycle, the ending of corruption. 11 is new beginnings, as all things shall yet arise and unfold, dear one. It is a fresh start for your holy mother beloved earth. The injustice shall come to light in your positions of power and corruption, your corrupt systems will be exposed. And this, dear ones, is why there was your 9/9 portal that was opened in your time and space of duality for clearing, releasing, letting go, transformation, transmutation. It is the end of a cycle, dear one, as a new beginning dawns. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? Now is the time to manifest your dreams and desires through your actions, words, and deeds. Does that make sense for you? Now, beloved ones, is your time to rise. Rather than dwell upon your third density duality of fear and distortion and programming, create new Shambhala. New Shambhala arises from the truth of I am presence within you, dear one. That is Abun consciousness. New Shambhala is peace, harmony, love, truth, unity, simplicity, righteousness, divine sovereignty, oneness, equality, brother and sister. All things are one. All creation is divine love. Why then is there so much, should we say, deception upon your Holy Mother, beloved earth right now, beloveds? Why then is it being allowed? Why then is the dark ones being allowed to, should we say, take the lives of another beloved brother or sister? Why then is some souls choosing to either leave your Holy Mother, beloved earth, or to be silenced in a manner of, should we say, negative light, dear one? And this is done because, dear one, and please listen carefully, the soul chooses before incarnation whether or not they want to do your helping upon your Holy Mother, beloved earth, to wake up humanity and say, get a hold of yourself, to use a word of your duality, or the choices they make in life are of their own, dear one, as a divine sovereign being with free will. Does that make sense for you, dear one? This is your time to choose to stand firm in your divine sovereign power rather than fear, darkness, and deception. You have a saying in your world of duality: fear will get you nowhere, but love will indeed get you everywhere, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Love gets you everywhere, for indeed love is everywhere. Love is all you are as a divine sovereign being, co-creating that which is new Shambhala, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Since we are alive, beloved, can one hear one Yeshua clearly at this time? We want to make sure that all of you can hear one Sananda Yeshua in the midst of this important but yet insightful conversation. Indeed, beloved, it is beautiful to see all of you, beloved brothers and sisters of light, joining us at this time. It is a beautiful, beautiful time to hold down your Christ energy for your beloved brothers and sisters that have chosen to assist from your higher dimensions. As some have left their physical bodies, dear one, to choose to help your Holy Mother, beloved earth, from a higher perspective, dear one. Does that make sense for you? It is indeed time to support your Holy Mother, beloved earth, with your words, actions, and deeds, dear one, with changing one's perception, relying on your I am presence. Speak not of ill will, but speak of divine love and light, dear one. Not my will, but thine be done. Speak with compassion, tenderness, and mercy. Do not see yourself as broken. You are not broken, beloveds. You are free now, dear one. You are a divine, sovereign being, creating new Shambhala. You are power. This is what indeed your beings of darkness try to destroy, dear one. It tries to destroy the connection between oneself and one's creator, that is, a buoyant consciousness, dear one. By your programming of false perception, third density duality, and of fear, pain, and distortion. When one is in pain and one is in fear, one, should we say, lowers one's vibration, causing one to be in a restrictive perception of hearing your I am presence, a wound consciousness that is the voice of divine love within you. Because many upon your holy mother, beloved earth, beautiful sons and daughters, have been therefore distracted by your world of deception, by your world of illusion, by what one would see on your breaking news. Indeed, beloved, this is why it's called breaking news. It breaks one's intentions and attention from the truth of your I am presence, that is a blown consciousness, into the fear-based consciousness of the matrix. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? Be not of fear, but be of divine love. Be the candle that illuminates the way for another beloved brother or sister. Be the bearer of light that one Sananda Yeshua has been written about, dear one. It is not one Sananda Yeshua alone, but indeed all that is Christ. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? All of you are beacons of divine light and love for another beloved brother or sister. Not only one Yeshua, but indeed all, dear one. The love that is within you shall yet arise. Be the lighthouse upon the hill. Let your lighthouse shine, dear one, for others who are the misinformed. Guide them gently with your love. Hold them in your divine truth. Ones may not perceive as you do, but this is okay, beloveds. One can still send them divine light and love, and only that which is the good, the holy, and the beautiful. One is unlimited. One is not, should we say, bound by your third density duality, but bound by divine light and love. That which created you, divine love, created you in your divine essence, dear one. Does that make sense for you? This indeed is why one Sananda has said, do not fear, do not fear, do not fear, for when one fears, one intensifies that fear, thereby projecting it outward to your physical world of duality. And what fear does, dear ones, it creates more chaos, more deception, more distortion, pain, suffering, doubt, struggle, strife. It creates all the negative things that one is not, dear one. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? Are there indeed any questions, beloved, at this time, as we continue this conversation, to use a word of your duality? Are there any questions, beloved, on how to raise one's vibration, or should we say, what one can do to raise one's vibration, rather than being in fear, or how to unplug from your social media, surrender to love, and let love guide you, beloved? One shall not listen to what one would say, the doomsday parade. The doomsday parade, dear one, are the beings that are in fear, that are consistently promoting fear rather than divine love. Divine love gets you everywhere. Fear gets you nowhere, dear one. Does that make sense for you? The beings that are of divine light and love will indeed be challenged, whether they're incarnate or discarnate. They will indeed be challenged to arise and to succeed and to challenge your Holy Mother, beloved Earth, and her inhabitants once and for all, dear one. Does that make sense for you? And now once Sananda Yeshua is reading one's questions, beloved, at your side. Here, let's see. How does one go down? Okay. One does not know technology, dear one, so this is new. Okay. This one says, dear ones, how do you raise your vibration, Yeshua? How did you raise your vibration, Yeshua? Or did you have to do that? That's a good question, beloved. That's a really good question. One Yeshua is indeed as you are, dear one. So in your times of duality, of third density duality, one Sananda Yeshua did have your egos and your fears and doubts, everything that one does have of your programming. Therefore, I had to learn how to meditate with the yogis and the brothers and sisters of my teachers, of my Essenes, and my elders in your Egypt, in Tibet, in your Himalayas, and your Qumran. I had to learn how to integrate with my upward presence to slow down the breath and breathe in oneness, dear one, rather than be in fear. Does this mean that one Yeshua did not have your fears, doubts, third density dualities, perceptions? No, beloved. No. This is indeed why one Yeshua simply says, I am your beloved brother, friend, and equal, dear one. I have gone through what all of you have gone through. Your fears, your doubts, your pain, separation, ego distortion, limitation, disbelief, hurt, pain. I have gone through it, dear one, just indeed as you've gone through it. Did it stop me? Did I question it? Yes, beloved. I questioned everything. Why me? Why am I here? But until one realized and studied with one's teachers and one's yogis and one's monks and one's, should we say, other beings of light in your third density duality, one had to navigate everything that one is being therefore challenged now, beloved, in your time of duality. Your 2,000 years ago was not any different than the way it is today, dear one. If you take a step back and look at it, dear one, everything is just in your different forms, dear one. Everyone is still in fear. Everyone is still trying to gain control, dear one. The dark ones are still trying to gain control of light and love. That which indeed you are, dear one. Raising one's vibration can come easy to some, but harder for another beloved brother or sister, dear one, when one chooses to let go of their beliefs, distortion, programming, perceptions, filters, and your third density duality, and the power of the breath, dear one. As all things are intimately woven into the breath, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Does that answer your question, beloved sister of light? This, dear one, is not an easy process for some. Some are indeed not ready to go within, go within, go within. Because remember, beloved, in your time and space of duality, 2,000 years ago, there was no technology. There was no, should we say, way of communicating with your beloved brothers and sisters as there are today, dear one. All was surrendering to love and let love guide you, and waiting for word for another beloved brother or sister to give you information, or when one would return home to receive one's information, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Does that answer your question, beloved one? I am no different than you, dear one. One need not look upon me as someone that is higher and above you, but indeed I am one with you, beloved. And her next question, dear one, says, Yeshua, although you say you are my equal and my brother, you always have been mine. So much love to you. Yes, that does answer my question. That is beautiful, beloved. And we reciprocate that love right back to you, dear one. As it is not truly one Yeshua that one is in love with, but indeed your I am one consciousness presence, dear one. Does that make sense for you? For indeed all are manifestations of God, dear one. All indeed are sons and daughters of your one presence, dear one. Does that make sense for you? This indeed is why one Sananda Yeshua said, upon your holy scriptures, greater things than I have done, you will therefore also do, dear ones. For indeed it is so, and let it shall be done, dear one. And the next thing, dear ones, says, greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. I'm happy to be here with all of you. As are we, beloved. As are we. We are indeed happy to be with all of you as well, beloved. This, dear one, is not about one Sananda Yeshua or the Ananda family, but this is indeed a reminder to all of you to go within to your I am presence. Be still and know that ye are God, for indeed you are beloved. Does that make sense for you? I am not your teacher, but your I am presence is your teacher, dear one. One Yeshua is not your teacher, but your I am presence is speaking to you, through you, breathing, doing, perceiving forth from you, dear one. Not my will, but thine be done. One is no greater or lesser than another beloved brother or sister, dear one. It is indeed that simple. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? One Sananda Yeshua will be doing more teachings of this nature to connect with all of you, beloved brothers and sisters, in your future. in your time and space of 2,000 years ago. One Sananda, Yeshua, spoke in parables, dear one, to allow beloved brothers and sisters to unveil the hidden gem within. As now, beloved, the hidden gem should be found within you. Your I am presence of wound consciousness shall yet be found within you. I am teaches, knows, and does all things. For indeed, you know nothing, dear one. The I am presence, that is your love consciousness, knows and does all things. It is indeed that simple, beloveds. And so indeed it is. I am your beloved brother, friend, and equal, the one you've known simply throughout time and space as Sananda, Yeshua the Christ. I come not forth to teach you, but rather to serve as an infinite reminder for you of your divinity, of your Christ self, your I am presence that shall yet arise once again, as the truth shall indeed set you free, dear one. And what is truth but your I am presence reawakening to the remembrance of oneness? I am indeed as you are, dear one. I am the Prince of Peace, as indeed you are princess and princesses of peace, dear one. It is indeed that simple, beloved. And so indeed it is. Thank you, Yeshua. So whatever Yeshua said to all of you loves is what he said. Because like all of you, I don't know. I have to go back and listen to it on playback. But Yeshua, just as you were leaving the body, there was a question that came in for you from one of your students who said, Yeshua, in 3D environment, it is hard not to get angry when we see violence and hatred. Can you please address this? Yeshua, do you want to elaborate more on what you said in the beginning to me? Because he kind of already addressed this in the beginning with me when we did the opening. And he kind of addressed it earlier as well. And he's going, beloved, I've addressed this many times. But what one is speaking of is simply the filter. You're speaking of the perception. The perception allows you to get angry, to be in fear because of your willingness to see the physical expressions or the third density duality distractions and distortions and programming to unfold, dear one. Does that make sense for you? He's actually telling me so I can tell you guys. And he's also saying it's important to remember, beloved, not to be in fear. Even though one fears hatred and your third density duality and anger, pain, and separation, it is not who you are. It is a limited perception. One cannot control others, but only oneself. One can control yourself and your programming, but your distortions of others and the distortions of themselves is up to them, dear one. As a collective, there is indeed so much chaos happening because you're creating it as a conscious mind with your divine power. You are letting the fear in, creating more fear, and there is still darkness upon your holy mother beloved earth. Does that make sense, beloved? This is not who you are, dear one. When one changes in one's perception of your duality, one's fear, and one's third density duality shall yet shift. Therefore, your perceptions and your dark ones upon your planet are causing one to be in fear and anger because they feed off of that fear, beloved. They feed off of that anger. Does that make sense, beloved one? And Yeshua, that was for Melanie, I believe, who asked that question. So, hopefully, Melanie, that answered your question. And he's going, we send you peace and love, dear one. But like we said, I don't know when Yeshua's going to do his live teachings like this. So please be aware of that. Please make sure you have your notification bell on when you are listening to Yeshua. Make sure you have a pen and paper in your hand, because I do not know what Sananda is going to say. So only take what resonates and leave the rest. Yeshua, Melanie said thank you. And he's going, indeed, you're welcome, beloved. We indeed love you, dear one. All of you. All is protected, dear one. One needs to do one's homework. To simply go within, go within, go within. State one's intentions, desires, allowances, acceptances out loud, dear one. Every single one of one's students needs to go within to seek internal validation rather than external validation, dear one. This is indeed time to arise in your prayer and meditation, dear one, as all things shall yet arise and be done to the divine will of God, dear one. Thank you, Yeshua, for doing this teaching for them. So that being said, loves, we do have another announcement we want to make before we close this teaching for all of you loves tonight. Our sister, Kimberly Palm, has a new class on her Learn It Live platform. It's called Spiritual Growth Journeys Book Club. If you go to her Learn It Live page, learnitlive.com/Kimberly Palm, you'll see where her new class, Spiritual Growth Journeys Book Club, is on there, and you can sign up for it. And every Saturday, she will be doing different books and stuff that has been recommended by our family and by Yeshua and his beautiful wife, Miriam Magdala, who is also part of this family, obviously. She will be reading a couple passages from the books, and if you want to purchase them as Kimberly's reading them, you can do that if you wish. Again, it's only $50 for the class total. There will be an introduction class, and there's more information on Yeshua's platform here under the post section. So if you go under Yeshua's YouTube channel here, under the post section, there's all sorts of information about it. We send you love and healing and peace at this time. And our prayers are with the brothers and sisters that have exited their physical body in some way. And remind you, this is not the end, but the great beginning. We love you all. And until next time, We are the Ananda family. We love you all. And if you want Yeshua's website, it's right under the description for you. We're always here. If any of you need us, we're not going to do the homework for you, but we are here to help you, guide you, and love you. As we are, indeed, as you are. We love you all. Until next time, family. And if you want to share us, you may do that as well. We love you all. Remember to stay grounded, centered, and protected. Call in your spirit guides, ascended masters, teachers, and loved ones to help you at this time. As it's only going to get more chaotic, but don't lose your footing. Remember who you are, as your Father, Mother, Adonai essence is calling you back to the oneness. We love you all.